So you might be thinking about buying one of these little inspection cameras. It's one of the things that you don't really think about getting until you actually need to get into somewhere that's quite tricky. To be fair, they're pretty decent actually. I only sort of thought about buying one because I needed to get in between joist spaces and the floorboard basically. Because I had a bit of a leak. I sort of knew where it was roughly, but didn't want to rip up the flooring because and the floorboards basically, because in the new house they're chipboard floors. Not like the old style houses where you can sort of pull up an individual floorboard. But yeah, so I went out and bought one of these. I think it was about 80 quid. Didn't think it'd be that good, but to be fair, pretty impressive, and I've used it a few times. And yeah, it comes with the batteries and a few little attachments. I'll show you them in a minute. Never use these, but it's got a 90cm optical sort of cable, and it's got like a metal sheath around it, and you can bend it into different shapes. It's only 8mm thick in diameter, so you can get into some pretty tight places. It's got like LEDs at the end as well that you can adjust the brightness, but I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, have a look at this booty. So what you get in the box is basically the device itself. So you've got the screen with the controls on it. You've got switch it on and off, rotate the image. So if you've got this in a weird sort of angle, you can turn the image so you can see it on the screen the correct way. You've got brightness of the LEDs, and you've got the contrast of the screen. The batteries go in the back here. It's got Duracells in. It doesn't come with Duracell batteries. The ones that it came with, it does come with batteries, which is pretty cool. Gets you started. They ran out, so obviously I've put some different ones in, but it comes with batteries anyway. Get the instruction manual. To be fair, I haven't even bothered reading that, which I should have done, because I'll tell you what happened in a minute. And you get some of these little attachments for the end. You've got like a little magnet so you can grab things if you've got something stuck somewhere. You've got a little mirror, tiny little mirror. It's the smallest mirror I've ever seen. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, you get a little mirror. And you get a few little hooky bits as well. Like so. And yeah. So this cable is just so you can connect it. It's video out basically, you can connect it to a bigger screen. But yeah, you get all that in the box. It's got like a little thing that goes over the top to protect it when you've got it closed. And yeah, so it's got a 90cm sort of optical cable, which is enclosed in this sort of metal bendable cover, which basically when you move it into position, you can get it in all sorts of positions. It will just stay there, so it's pretty solid, but it's pretty flexible as well. That's the bayonet sort of connection that goes on the end. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So you connect that to the device, and then on this end it's got a little camera lens on the end with a ring of LEDs. Excuse the fingers, I've got cuts and everything everywhere. That's what you get for working hard at a manual job. But anyway, and it's only sort of 8mm in diameter, so you can get it into some pretty narrow and tight places if you really have to. But yeah, like I say, I bought it purely because I had a leak, or thought I had a leak on the heating. I had a rough idea where it was, and I needed to get into the place, and I didn't want to rip up loads of of the subfloor, the floorboards, chipboard flooring. So I just drilled a hole with a hole saw, stuck this down and had a look. I've also used it for other things. I took the extractor fan wasn't connected to the outside outlet, but I found that out because every time we use the cooker and put the extractor on, the bedroom would stink of cooking, whatever we were cooking. So I was like, what's going on? So I took one of the downlighters out in the kitchen, stuck this camera in, and there it was. The ducting for the extractor fan wasn't even connected. The builders had just left it laying in between the joists. So the pipe from the extractor fan was going into the hole into the ceiling, but then the pipe that went from the outside vent to was meant to be connected to the extractor fan was just laying there as well. So they weren't even joined. So everything we were cooking, when you had it on, it was just blowing all the smoke and the cooking smell and everything into the joist space, and it obviously going into the spare room. So anyway, so it has come in handy. I mean, all sorts of things. You could, if you've lost something down back of somewhere, or you need to get into somewhere where you can't obviously see, this will get in and it'll give you a good view. I'll show you how good the camera is. I'm pretty impressed with it, to be fair. Like I say, I think it was 80 quid. I think I got it from B&Q. There's various other ones out there, but like I say, this was the one that I found at the time. I think it was the cheapest, and I was sceptical, but I'm impressed. You might be able to hear the dog in the background. He's whining a bit and barking. So I've locked him in the kitchen. We're not in the kitchen, in the hallway. I've just fed him, but I think he's hungry still, and he's moaning. But anyway, so what you need to do is, obviously you need to insert the batteries. I've already done that because I've put my own in. Didn't come with the dual cells, like I said. Did come with some batteries to get you started, but they didn't last very long. When you connect the bayonet connection, you need to make sure that it's pushed right down before you screw it on. So it needs to be locked in place correctly, or the device won't actually turn on. Took me ages to figure it out because I thought, oh no, it ain't working, or the batteries are flat. So once you've got it connected, okay, via the connection, you need to hold down the power button, and you'll see that it fires up. And if I can show you, you can adjust the brightness of the LEDs on the end. Okay, so you can make them brighter or darker. Then you've got a contrast, so you can literally change the contrast on the screen to make it more visible on the image. But yeah, I mean, it works well when it's close up to things. I mean, if you want to look at that clip, you see I can get right up to it, and you can see it. You've got the instructions there. You can see really, really clearly, and you can get right up to whatever it's a really clear image. It doesn't pick it up as well on the phone, on the camera, but I can assure you that image is colour. That is full colour, and it's really clear. Okay, I'm just trying to find something that I can show you. So look, there's the sofa. To the box. Just close this. You can see there. That it's good thing about it as well is if, say, you're looking at something like that, and it's the wrong way around on the screen, you can rotate it so you can see it in different angles. So there you go, look, Okay. But yeah, really clear picture. And it's ideal, but like I say, getting into some situations that you wouldn't normally be able to get into, and it saves a lot of hassle with having to, you know, rip up floorboards or possibly drill holes in walls when you can just probably take a downlighter out or make a smaller hole than you'd have to. Like I say, that's only 8mm in diameter. Also, what you get is you get these, let's just turn that brightness down a bit. Okay, so you get these little attachment things. You've got a little magnet one there. Okay, so you can stick that on the end. Got a little mirror, it's the smallest mirror I've ever seen. Little mirror there, so you can probably get in and get around and see things. Don't know what you'd use that for. Looks like a little dentist mirror, doesn't it? And basically what you do is you get this little like cover thing, and it's got a little notch. Don't know if you can see it there. It's got a little notch just at the top where my thumb is, and this goes into the notch, and then that sort of, there's a little hole on the lens, if I can find it. There it is. So you see that there's a little hole just there on the lens there, and if you can see that little hole, you put that end in the hole, and then you just slide that over like so, and it hooks it on. So there you go, you got a little light and you got your little magnet on the end, and you can still see with the camera where you're going. And if you look on the end of there, so there you go, look. So trying to find something, you can still see it with your camera, and then you can just go like so. That's not even metal, is it? There we go. You can just pick it up. So if you're fishing something out, you'll be able to fish that out like that. So yeah, handy bit of kit really. I've never used the attachments, but it's definitely worth having if you do a lot of, I don't know, maybe you're a builder or you need to find out if something's gone wrong or missing or whatever. Definitely a decent bit of kit. And the camera, I can't believe how good the camera is. It is really good. Like I say, it doesn't pick up the image, it doesn't show the image that well on the screen of the camera, but I can assure you that is clear. And it seems to be like the closer you are, the better the image is. So yeah, that is the Stanley inspection camera, model number STHTO77363. And yeah, you get the camera, the optical lead, some little attachments, plus it comes with the batteries. It comes in this nice little carry case. Keep it clean when you're storing it away. About 80 quid, B&Q. I'm sure you can get them from Screwfix, similar sort of things, Stanley. So yeah, not bad. Cheers.